A long time ago, there was a great king named Oba who ruled a wealthy kingdom in the heart of Africa. His palace was adorned with gold and ivory, and his subjects lived in prosperity under his wise leadership. But Oba had one daughter, who was the pride of his kingdom. Her name was Alika, and she was the most beautiful woman in all the lands. However, despite her beauty and charm, Alika could not be married off. The problem was that Alika was born with a special gift, the gift of fire. Her skin glowed like the sun, and her eyes shined like stars. Any man who came near her would burst into flames. Many suitors tried their luck with Alika, but none could survive her radiant presence. Soon, Oba became desperate and called for help from all the wise men and women in his kingdom. One day, an old sage named Ujiofo came forward and said, "Your Highness, I may have a solution. In the land beyond the mountains, there is a lake that is said to be the home of a great spirit. This spirit has the power to grant a single wish to those who seek her favor." Oba's eyes widened with hope. "Then we must seek her at once," he exclaimed. And so, King Oba, Alika, Ujiofo, and a small group of warriors and servants set out on a treacherous journey through the mountains. After days of travel, they finally reached the shores of the lake. The water was so still and clear, it was as if the sky had been reflected on the ground. Ejiofor stepped forward and called out in a loud voice, "Spirit of this lake, we have come seeking your wisdom and your favor." Suddenly, the water began to swirl and churn, and a woman emerged from the depths. She was surrounded by a halo of light, and her eyes were as bright as the stars. "What brings you to my waters?" she asked, her voice like a summer breeze. King Oba stepped forward, kneeling before the spirit. "Great one, we seek your help for my daughter, Alika. She was born with a gift of fire, and we wish to know how she can find a husband without burning him to earth." The spirit considered Oba's request. "I can grant you this wish, but you know there is a price for such power. Are you willing to pay it?" "I will do whatever it takes to secure my daughter's happiness," Oba declared. The spirit nodded and turned to Alika. "You must bathe in these waters 3 times, daughter of Oba. On the first night, you will gain the ability to control your fire. On the second night, you will be able to shake the flames into any form you desire. But on the third, you will lose your gift of fire forever. This is the price for your wish." Alika hesitated for a moment, but then nodded in agreement. That night, Alika waded into the lake's frigid waters, submerging herself completely. As she emerged, her skin glowed with faint light, and she felt a new sense of control over the fire. The next night, she repeated the process, and this time, when she emerged, she was able to shape her flames into intricate designs. But on the third night, as Alika submerged herself in the lake, a strange thing happened. The light in her skin flickered, then went out, leaving only her human flesh behind. When Alika returned to her father's palace, her skin was as warm and soft as any other person's. King Oba and the people of the kingdom were overjoyed at Alika's return, and a grand celebration was planned in her honor. As the festivals were in full swing, a brave young man named Korede approached Alika. "I have come to ask for your hand in marriage," he said, his voice shaking with nerves. Alika smiled, her heart filled with hope. She reached out and took Koride's hand. "I accept your proposal," she said, her voice calm and strong. The people cheered, their eyes full of joy and relief. Oba, too, was delighted by his daughter's happiness. But as the celebrations wound down, Korede pulled Alika aside. "I have a secret to tell you," he whispered. "I am not just a brave young man. I am the son of the god of the fire. I recognized your gift the moment I saw you." Alika's eyes widened, her heart fluttered with excitement. "Then it was fate that brought us together," she said, her voice filled with wonder. Korede smiled, his eyes warm and full of love. "Indeed, it was. Our union will not only bring us happiness, but it will also bring balance to the world. Fire and flesh, night and day, light and dark, we represent them all." And so, Alika and Korede were wed in a grand ceremony. Their love, a symbol of unity between the gods and the humans. Alika and Korede lived a long and happy life together. Their love, a beacon of hope for all those who saw it. They had many children, and their descendants carried the legacy of both the sun and the fire in their blood. As the years passed, Alika often thought back on her journey to the lake. She realized that while she had lost her gift of fire, she had gained something much more precious: the ability to live and love as a human. One day, many years after Alika and Korede had passed away, their grandchildren gathered around the fire, telling stories of their brave ancestors and their magical event that had shaped their lives. And as they spoke, the fire danced and crackled, sending sparks into the night sky. Some said that it was a sign that Alika and Korede were smiling down on their family, their love, a constant light in the darkness. And from that day on, whenever the children of Alika and Korede needed guidance or comfort in times of darkness, they would gather around the fire and listen to the stories of their ancestors. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel to get more amazing stories like